There are thousands of missing persons reported every year. Most leave behind unanswered questions. Some leave behind security footage. Others leave behind handwritten notes. But one young woman left behind something investigators replayed hundreds of times, a single voice message. It lasted only 32 seconds. At first, it sounded ordinary. Then they listened to the final 6 seconds. Those 6 seconds changed everything. 28-year-old Emily Carter lived alone in the quiet town of Ashford, a peaceful community tucked away in northern England. She worked remotely as a graphic designer and lived a calm, predictable life. Every morning, she called her mother before logging into work. Every Friday evening, she met her best friend Sarah Bennett at the same cafe in town. Emily wasn't adventurous. She rarely went to parties or stayed out late. She preferred spending evenings at home with a cup of tea, a good book, and her ginger cat, Oliver. Everyone described her the same way: reliable, kind, careful, the type of person who always answered her phone. That's why her disappearance stunned the entire town. 3 days before she vanished, something unusual began happening. Every night at exactly 2:17 a.m., the porch light outside Emily's cottage switched on by itself. The elderly couple living across the street noticed it first. They assumed it was a faulty motion sensor. The following night it happened again. Then again. No one ever saw anyone entering or leaving the property. Nobody thought much of it. If only they had. On a rainy Thursday evening, Emily stopped by a local supermarket after finishing work. The cashier remembered her because she bought the same things nearly every week. A loaf of bread, milk, tea, fresh flowers. She smiled, joked about the weather, paid for her shopping, and walked home. Security cameras captured her walking toward her cottage carrying 2 grocery bags. That was the last confirmed sighting of Emily Carter. The following morning, her mother called as usual. No answer. She called again. Still nothing. Sarah tried around lunchtime. Nothing. Emily's employer sent emails asking why she hadn't logged into work. Hours passed. No response. By evening, local police officers entered her home after receiving a welfare concern. Everything inside looked perfectly normal. A half-eaten dinner sat on the dining table. The television was still switched on. Her handbag rested beside the sofa. Her phone charger remained plugged into the wall. Nothing appeared stolen. There were no signs of forced entry. No broken windows. No damaged locks. No blood. Only one thing was missing: Emily. Detectives searched her phone records hoping to find a clue. Most of the calls were routine. Family, friends, work. Then they discovered an unopened voice message. It had been recorded at exactly 2:19 a.m. Only 2 minutes after neighbors had noticed the porch light switching on. Everyone in the investigation room fell silent as they pressed play. The recording began with heavy breathing. For several seconds, Emily said nothing. Then, in a trembling whisper, she spoke. "If anyone hears this, I think someone is outside." Silence followed. Then footsteps. Slow, heavy, deliberate. She whispered again. "I locked every door." There was another long pause. A strange scraping noise echoed somewhere in the background. It sounded like metal dragging across concrete. Her breathing became quicker, almost panicked. Then she whispered 6 words that would haunt everyone who heard them. "He's already inside the house." The recording ended. Police searched the cottage again. Every room, every cupboard, every inch of the property. Nothing. No fingerprints except Emily's. No footprints. No evidence that anyone had entered. It made no sense. How could someone be inside without forcing their way in? Detectives interviewed every neighbor. Nobody heard screams. Nobody saw unfamiliar vehicles. Even the neighborhood dogs hadn't barked that night. It was as though Emily had simply vanished into thin air. The voice message became the center of the investigation. Audio specialists enhanced every second. With each replay, they noticed something new. A faint ticking sound. A low electrical hum. What sounded like another person's breathing hidden beneath Emily's voice. Weeks later, an audio engineer using advanced forensic software made a startling discovery. Just before the recording ended, another voice could be heard. Not Emily's. A calm male voice. Barely audible. It whispered, "Don't turn around." The room fell silent. Every detective listened again. The words were unmistakable. No one could explain where they had come from. The search expanded across the county. Volunteers searched forests, rivers, abandoned buildings, old railway tunnels. Nothing. No clothing. No mobile phone. No body. No evidence. Months passed. The media slowly moved on. People stopped talking about Emily Carter. Until one cold autumn morning, a lorry driver contacted police. He claimed he had seen a woman matching Emily's description walking alone beside an isolated country road just before sunrise. She wore dirty clothes. Her hair covered part of her face. He slowed down. "Are you all right?" he asked. She looked directly at him. Her expression was completely blank. Without saying a word, she stepped into the woods beside the road. The driver parked immediately and followed her. Within seconds, she had disappeared. Police searched the woodland for 3 days. Nothing. Nearly a year after Emily disappeared, 2 hikers stumbled upon an abandoned stone cabin hidden deep inside Blackwood Forest. The place looked untouched for decades. Dust covered every surface. Broken furniture lay scattered across the floor. In one bedroom, investigators found something unusual. The walls were covered with hundreds of circles drawn in black charcoal. Large circles, small circles, perfect circles. No words, no names, only circles. Near the fireplace, officers discovered a phone charger identical to the one that fit Emily's missing phone. Hope returned. Police searched every inch of the surrounding forest. Again, nothing. The case remains unsolved. Years later, investigators decided to analyze the original voice message using newer technology. This time they slowed the recording to a fraction of its original speed. Hidden beneath the static was a faint tapping sound. At first it seemed random. Then a communications expert recognized the pattern. It was Morse code. The room became completely silent as the message was translated. 3 words appeared on the screen. "He's behind you." Nobody could explain when those taps had been made. Nobody could explain who had made them. And nobody ever found Emily Carter. Some believe she was abducted by someone who had been watching her for weeks. Others believe she staged her own disappearance. There are even those who believe the second voice on the recording didn't belong to any human being at all. To this day, the 32-second voice message remains the only thing Emily Carter left behind. A single recording, a handful of whispered words, and a mystery that has never been solved.